Hi, I'm Amelia Talene, and I'm the office manager here at Spectrum Academy. I'd love to show you around, so why don't you come on in? This is our school's front office, and while it's small, it is usually a bustling center of activity. This is where you'll most likely find me or my colleague Nikki Miller, who is our lunch program coordinator for the whole school. For the safety of our students, our main doors usually remain locked during school hours. And so when you come in as a visitor, you'll need to come in and sign in here. You'll be given a visitor's badge to wear while you're on the school premises, and then you will be allowed admittance through that door right there. So when Spectrum Academy was built years ago, it started in someone's living room actually, before our elementary school building here was built. It was built to have space for one class, or one class of 15 students all the way up through 8th grade. And then as the demand for a school like Spectrum increased, we were excited to be able to expand, and we built our building that is now the intermediate school about 9 years ago. And that was to house our high school and our intermediate school at the time. But we quickly grew out of that too, and so our two newest buildings were added. We have our STARS campus down the road, which was built in 2017. And then of course our new high school across the street was built in 2018. Our elementary school building here currently holds grades kindergarten through 3rd grade. The intermediate has 4th through 8th grades. And then students who are more severely affected by autism attend our functional skills classes at our STARS campus, and that's grades kindergarten through 5th. STARS stands for Spectrum Transition and Academic Resource School. And then, of course, the high school houses grades 9 through 12 in all of our programming tracks. Our elementary school building here now we have 3 classes for each grade, and then we also have a couple of mixed grade classes as well. We have a great team of related services to support our students in the classrooms. Here you'll find our office of our behavior team. We have between 1 and 3 behavior staff available each day to help our students and staff. Their primary goal is to help the students stay regulated and able to work in their classrooms. Their office is a place where students can go to calm down, take a break, or just work through any behavior difficulties that they've had throughout the day. Here at Spectrum, we use the zones of regulation system. The zones categorizes all the different ways that we feel and the states of alertness we experience into 4 concrete colored zones. This curriculum provides strategies to help students become more aware of and independent in controlling their emotions and impulses, managing their sensory needs, and improving their abilities to problem solve conflicts. We'll talk more about that in our OT room. Welcome to our media center. Our students have library once a week where they can come in and have a story and check out books. With our youngsters here at the elementary school, we find that it's best for them to be able to leave their books here at school, so they have access to them throughout the week in their classrooms. Our librarians have found that the students are more likely to check out books from bins like these than from a big shelf full of books, and so that's why you'll see these bins throughout our library. The bins are all well stocked with current titles of a wide variety of interests, and our librarians are adept at finding books for students with even the most obscure interests. You'll also find several offices located here in the Media Center, including the offices of our speech staff, our instructional coach, and our special education coordinator. Her name is Kim Reagan, and the special ed coordinator plays a very important role, and it's kind of unique here at Spectrum. About 90% of our students are on an IEP, or an individualized education plan. Coordinating that many IEPs is an enormous job, and it requires a very special person. You can think of our SPED coordinator as kind of your partner in the school for the IEP process. If you have questions or concerns about your child's IEP, you can speak with your child's teacher or the SPED coordinator to help you get the services that your child needs. If your child has an IEP, you might find yourself in our IEP office for your yearly meeting. Through these doors, you'll find our playground, and you'll also find our 2 portable classrooms. They are located on the west side of our playground, and for the safety of our students, our playground is fully enclosed because we do have a few students who are prone to elopement. Each class is accompanied to recess by a staff member, and we use this time to support the skills the students are learning in their classrooms, especially their social skills. All students at Spectrum have the benefit of social skills as part of their curriculum. Students at the elementary school receive daily social skills instruction using a curriculum developed by professionals here at the school. Our social skills curriculum includes concepts such as self-regulation, understanding emotions, conversation skills, bullying and teasing, perspective taking, and more. Our students learn phrases such as look and decide instead of interrupting, and you're in my bubble when students need a reminder about personal space. They also are reminded to have a bendy brain when things don't go according to plan. Let's head back inside and take a look at some of the classrooms where these skills are taught. So this is a typical classroom at the elementary school. Our class sizes are usually around 12 students for kindergarten and then 14 to 16 for first through third grades. Every class has one teacher and at least one paraprofessional, depending on the student's needs in the classroom. The small educator to student ratio allows for more individualized instruction. Looking around our classrooms, you'll often find some sensory strategies in place, including things like alternative seating, fidgets, chewing gum, students wearing headphones, and things like that. One of the great things about being a student at Spectrum is that you're really in good company. Everybody here is unique and has the freedom to be who they need to be as they learn how to learn. We see less bullying because our culture is very inclusive. Autism is not limited by social class, race, religion, so our students come from a wide variety of backgrounds. And because we're a small school, everybody knows everybody, so you won't get lost in the shuffle. At Spectrum Academy, there are different tracks to meet the needs of all of our students. We have a functional skills track called our STARS program for students who have greater needs. They're our students who are working significantly behind grade level academically. These students are located at our STARS building just down the street. The student to educator ratio is much lower in these classes, more like 3 students to every staff member. All functional skills teachers are trained in the instructional methods of applied behavior analysis, or ABA, and they work one-on-one and in small group sessions throughout the day. They also learn life skills like personal care, self-regulation, and communication. Our kindergarten through 3rd STAR students come to the elementary school regularly for inclusion time on various subjects and activities. So one of our mixed grade classes located here at our elementary school is our Strategic Interventions, or STRATS class, and that's for our students who are significantly behind their peers academically, but they don't require functional skills instruction. These students do require some extra support to get up to grade level. STRATS utilizes a wide variety of methodologies and allows extra time for core subjects like English and math, and they also have a lower student to teacher ratio than our gen ed classrooms. The other mixed grade class is our learning skills room. This is a self-contained placement that is meant to be a short-term support for students who need extra help with self-regulation, communication, and classroom behavior. A student can benefit from the support of learning skills as long as they require, as they get extra instruction on positive behavior interventions. Once they have mastered those skills, they are gradually integrated back into the main student population. Learning skills is a very small class consisting of just 5 or so students, a teacher, and then 1 or more paraprofessionals. So through these double doors is our gym and our cafeteria. Each class is accompanied to lunch by a staff member, and we are part of the National School Lunch Program, including the free and reduced program. So if you feel like you may qualify for free or reduced lunch, we encourage you to fill out an application, and you can find that on our website, or you can speak to us in the front office. Our hot lunch meals are prepared by Ascent Academy and brought in daily. The hot meals include a salad bar where students are encouraged to take as many fruits and vegetables as they wish. Hot lunch does have to be ordered 5 days in advance, so our vendor knows how much food to prepare. There's typically 2 options available, and many students who require unique sensory or diet needs might be better served taking lunch from home, but we do have a number of students who actually prefer to take both. Sometimes they'll do school lunch and sometimes they'll bring home lunch. And we do have a nut-free table where students with allergies can go and bring a friend to sit and eat lunch. This is our OT room. You might notice behind me these zones of regulation posters back there, as we have throughout all of our classrooms. There are tools available here and throughout the school to help our students get into the learning zone. For example, if you're in the yellow zone and feeling a little bit out of control, you may need to push something heavy, come swing on a swing, or maybe play with a fidget to get you back in the green zone for learning. In the red zone, you might need to take a break and go punch on the punching bag. And in the blue zone, you might need to stand up, take a walk, or jump on the trampoline to wake yourself up a little bit. Helping our students learn to recognize how they're feeling and coming up with coping strategies is something that our occupational therapists excel at. They can also help if your student is struggling with handwriting or fine motor control. Occupational therapy materials are found throughout the school and can be requested by teachers according to student need. You don't have to have OT materials specifically mentioned in an IEP or even have an IEP at all to request them here at Spectrum. While we're on the subject, some Spectrum students have sensory needs that make the students here look a little different. For example, students are allowed to wear hats and hoodies because those things can provide the compression that some of our students crave. We don't require uniforms at Spectrum because some students are not able to tolerate the texture of some materials. We also allow students to chew gum and even encourage it when they're using it appropriately as a tool to re-regulate. Through the front office, you'll find our principal's office and our sickbed area. Spectrum has a nurse and a CNA on staff who split their time amongst our 4 buildings here at our North Salt Lake campus. Medication is administered here by myself or other trained staff, and the nurses are available by a phone call for anything more serious than a playground bump or scrape. You may also notice our Principals Club board. We utilize a school-wide positive behavior program that encourages our students to do their best. Our Principals Club encourages a positive school environment. It increases desirable pro-social student behaviors, decreases bullying, teasing, defiance, disrespect, and provides multiple levels of praise for our students, as well as promoting positive communication with our parents. When a student goes above and beyond the regular expectations, a staff member can give them a level 5 ticket. The student then is able to come down to the office where they can pick a prize from our prize box, get a high five, and they get to choose a number for our board. Their name is placed on the square that coordinates with that number, and it's recorded in our Book of Fame. When a row or column of 10 fills up, then the students from that row or column get to have a party with our principal. They're encouraged to take their ticket home to show their family, and we love supporting and showing appreciation for our students. So a few other questions that we often get from parents regarding transportation to and from the school. Because of our students arriving from such a wide geographical area, and because we are a school of choice, we do not offer busing. So most of our students arrive through a carpool or a parent drop-off. Once your student is enrolled, you can access our student information system to determine if there are others that live in your area who are interested in carpooling, and then you're welcome to make any arrangements with them. Speaking of parents, they're a great big part of what makes Spectrum great. We ask parents to contribute 40 hours a year of volunteer service plus an additional 10 hours for any additional students enrolled. These hours can be earned in a variety of ways, from working in the classroom or bringing work home to assist with your child's teacher, to chaperoning on field trips, attending trainings at our parent empowerment night, and volunteering at community events and even in-kind donations. We love our parents, and we know that their contribution is absolutely vital to the success of our school and our community. You may have further questions that have not been answered in this video, or you may have questions pertaining to your individual student. We've provided a list of frequently asked questions on our website. But we would also love to hear from you by email, or you're welcome to give us a call at 801-936-0318, and then push option 1 for the elementary school. And we'd be happy to answer any questions that you have, or we can refer you to someone who can. So whether you're on the wait list, you've been accepted, or you're just looking into options, I thank you for joining me today.